Welcome to NFL World, where NFL starts and ends. I'm your host, Jacob. And the 49ers have made two big contract signings in the last 3 days, signing Brock Purdy to a massive contract extension and signing Fred Warner to a massive contract extension. Let's begin with Brock Purdy. So Brock Purdy signed a 5-year contract extension with $265 million and I want to make sure I get this number right, $181 million to go from a Mr. Irrelevant who's making no money to now going to make $181 million guaranteed. That's a big jump, as obviously anyone can see. Let's begin with this part of the contract, though. It's not truly 5 years. Okay? How contracts work in the NFL is this. When you get your rookie contract, you are the cheapest you're ever going to be in your rookie contract. You are the cheapest. Your last year, unless you have a 5th-year option, which Brock Purdy does not, is going to be the cheapest year of your professional career. Because if you're drafted in the first round, you get your 5th-year option. Which your 5th-year option is like kind of like calibrated so you average out to what a good quarterback. For an example, I'll give you a great example. If you're a first-round pick and you're a quarterback, your 5th-year option averages out to about $20 million to $20 to $25 million. Brock Purdy does not have that. He was Mr. Irrelevant, so his contract's actually way less than that. He was averaging, I think he averaged $900,000 last year. Compared to any other rookie contract where they make $1 million in the first 2, he made $1 million, I believe, in his first 3, which is a lot different. Because his contract's not worth as much. In his rookie year, let's just say he was going to make 1.1. So, in his last year of his rookie deal, instead of being 265, been like 263 point whatever. So it's not, they added it on because it's a cheap part of the contract. They added on to this 4 years, 263 whatever, and they put it together and they say it's 265. That's how they do it. I want to also talk about how long this contract goes. This contract goes to the 2030 season. That's a good deal for them. His average per year is $53 million. We'll get into that and how it averages out against the rest of the league. His contract is front-loaded $165.05 million. So a front-loaded contract means he's going to make $165.05 million within the first 3 years of his deal. So the last 2-ish years, he'll make the remaining 100. That's how that works, which won't exactly be the remaining 100. It will probably be renegotiated, so he will get into his next contract in his final 2 years, and they'll spread that money out, or they'll restructure it and spread it out into void years. So that's how they do it. The $53 million is actually under market value. The market value is 57. The highest paid quarterback is 60, so it averages out very well for them. It's actually a team-friendly deal, all things considered. I understand it's a lot of money. But he's worth it, because is he better than half the league? Which there's 32 teams, so that would be about 16th or 17th quarterback in the league. Yes, he is. Is he better than that? I don't know. He's better than the top 20. Is he as good as the top 15? You don't really know. But this is what quarterbacks are going for. He's shown that he can be good. He's shown that. He's shown that also he needs a lot of help. He needs the George Kittles of the world. He needs the Brandon Ayuk's of the world. They just traded away Deebo Samuel. Let's see how that impacts him. Last year they didn't have Christian McCaffrey and they didn't look so good. Let's see how that impacts him in this next year. He's shown that the defense needs to be pretty good for them to be really good as a team. How does that look without Dre Greenlaw and Hafunga and all these guys? So they're now gone. We'll see what happens. Ward especially. I have to mention Tarvarius Ward. Those are things we have to talk about. But we can talk about those at a later date. Right now, Brock Purdy deserved every ounce of that money. Every little bit of it he got, he deserves it. It just shows now how are the 49ers going to build this team with a quarterback that's actually going to make $265 million in his contract. And how much wiggle room do you have? I curious to see if there's void years on this. And what I mean by void years is they don't count. They're not actual years still on the contract. They're just years that you can put money into. So they could put him on the next contract, and those void years will just carry the money onto the next contract. So let me give you an example. Let's say Brock finish up his contract, he goes somewhere else, and he signs a contract. But he's restructured his last 2 years of his contract, so that money is moved into his void years. Well, he still gets paid by the 49ers because the 49ers still have to pay him that cash, even though he's not on the team. That's how that works. That's why you see a lot of players take less in their next stop, because they know I got money, I restructured, so I got money in my void years, so they're still going to have to pay me whatever. Let's say they have to pay me $50 million the next 2 years. Well, I'll take a contract for less because I know I'm going to get the $50 million anyway in the next 2 years. So I'll take less now because I know I'm going to get it anyway. So that's the Brock Purdy part of the video. Now let's jump to Fred Warner. Fred Warner signed an extension, making him the highest paid outside linebacker in the game. My opinion, he's the best linebacker in the game. Bar none, whatever position he plays, he's the best linebacker. He's $56 million guaranteed. That's making him the highest paid guy. It also says Warner also received a raise with this new deal, bringing his total to $21 million per year, which surpasses Roquan Smith at $20 million a year. So it's all numbers in this game when you do contracts, and you're just trying to edge a little bit up. Truth is, Fred Warner is the best linebacker in football, and his pairing with Drake Greenlaw, they made 2 Super Bowls for a reason. That's how good they were. Fred Warner deserved to be paid. He needed to be paid. And the 49ers paid both their guys who needed to be paid. The part of this that falls a little on the other side is, how does this impact the rest of the team? Because you lost key pieces this year. Trading away Deebo, losing Hafunga, Greenlaw, and Ward, and Hargrave too. I forgot about him. Those are key pieces. How does that impact the team? That's questions, again, we can answer at another time. But Fred Warner getting paid was a must-need situation, making him the highest paid off-ball linebacker in football, and making Brock Purdy one of the highest paid quarterback in football. Honestly, they could have got more, and the 49ers would have paid him because they're that deserving of it. But they chose to take a team-friendly discount. Say, no, I don't need this much money. I'll take this instead to come and play with my teammates. It's a great deal for both sides, or for all sides involved. Fred Warner and his agents, Brock Purdy and his agents, and the 49ers in general. You bring the two leaders back to your organization. Necessary. It was a positive move, and I appreciate the 49ers moving with this pace to get these two contracts done in May instead of waiting like some of these other teams when they wait as long as they can. Even some teams wait till in season to pay guys, which I never understand. Just pay them before. Get it done. What about the language some other time? That's all I'm saying. I appreciate the 49ers moving at this pace, getting 2 deals done in the span of 3 days. I appreciate that. Just like I appreciate you guys. And when you guys come here, you get these notes of players signing, schedule release, breakdowns, reviews of the games, previews of games. It's all over here. Why don't you come and join us? And when you're here, like, subscribe. It's absolutely free. Share the video. Comment down below. Did the 49ers was paying Brock Purdy and Fred Warner a good idea for the 49ers, or was it not a good idea? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. It's absolutely free. Help for NFL World. I'm Jacob Hewitt. Out.